EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 10th, 2023. It is Tuesday, and the Tuesday video forecast is proudly sponsored by J. Evans Property Services, serving York, Lancaster, Chester, Berks, Lebanon, and southern Dauphin counties in Pennsylvania and also northern Maryland. J. Evans Property Services is a family-owned business that offers quality work at competitive prices and features premium landscaping and design, sod install, drainage solutions, as well as residential and commercial complete property maintenance. They are still offering 15% off any trimming or tree work and also have a price match guarantee on all landscaping, deck, and fencing project contracts when they give a quote for the upcoming 2023 season, now through the end of February. You can reach out to them at the phone number above me here in the video, or schedule an estimate through their website, landscapingcontractorslancasterpa.com. They are J. Evans Property Services, proud sponsors of the Tuesday video forecast. So today we're going to have very slightly above average temperatures by a couple degrees, not by much, but technically very slightly above average. 39 to 46 is a temperature spread today from northwest to southeast, and somewhat similar tomorrow, maybe a couple degrees higher on the top end here for Wednesday. But both days are going to be partly to mostly cloudy, starting off partly cloudy in the morning and then the afternoon and evening, overnight, mostly cloudy. Okay, so that's going to be a recurring theme on both days. And we have a cold front moving through today that's not going to bring any precipitation with it, and that's part of the reason why you have that increase in clouds. So not a lot, definitely more clouds than sun both of the next 2 days. But then Thursday is the day we have the rain moving in. And this will be generally, could be a few showers early in the morning, but I think this is generally going to be a late Thursday, like during the afternoon, late Thursday into Thursday overnight. I think that is mainly your window here. It's starting to speed up a little bit, and that's not a surprise because we have a very fast Pacific jet, which is the reason why everything has been so fast moving. It's also been contributing to why we've been on the milder side of average for a while. Just no amplification really, but we do have one deep trough coming in. Very quick shot of that. That's going to come in for this weekend behind this system. So the fact that it is very fast-moving and progressive will get this out rather early. I think it's we're starting to trend in the direction there won't be any leftover showers on Friday morning. That Friday will just be a mostly cloudy day, and that's it. Now, the European model, I'm going to switch this over to a precipitation type map here because it did something very interesting today. And this got the I see a lot of different things out there. You know, some competitors, some that aren't really competitors, but they just run Facebook pages, hobbyists, whatever. And they're going nuts with this European model run today because what it did is it still had that same timeline of showers. So what I said yesterday about there's no chance of this being snow, I was talking about this system here, right? And it's not. It's going to be start to finish. It's going to be in the form of rain. But now it's trying to do a separate system on the backside here, and this is a secondary low it wants to develop along that frontal boundary, and at the same time, it's trying to take this trough here that's coming in here and turning it a negative tilt. Okay, so you get a negatively tilted trough, kind of like this. It's not a super negative trough, but it is negative nevertheless. There's an upper level low at the base of this trough right here, and here's the surface low that it spawns, and it's going to take it up here near Nantucket and eastern Massachusetts and occlude a little bit and then do one of these numbers here like this, okay? So it's doing that because the trough turns negative. And this is not an impossible situation, but it's unlikely, okay? And it does not have a lot of other model support. It did have the Canadians model support earlier today in the earlier run. The newer run does not have that. I'll show you that here in a second. But it was giving you an idea here that this is going to take that little path I just showed, the little loop-de-loop there, which is basically the system occluding, and look what it does. You have a cold conveyor belt that forms along the back side of this low. It goes around here like this. This is a cold conveyor belt, and this gives you accumulating snow, and it gave a decent amount of snow, talking on the order of 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of snow in eastern Pennsylvania, northwest New Jersey in this case. Again, the Canadian model earlier today had that. It no longer does, though. This is the only model showing this. And this goes all the way at Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening before it pulls away. So again, you get a decent amount of snow out of that on the backside. This is not associated with this low I was talking about yesterday, though. This system here is a separate system. This goes up here in the Great Lakes. This is a secondary that forms along the boundary. and does this damage. It's a separate system entirely. This just appeared today on the European model, and again, people ran with it like, oh, we're going to get snow after all. I wouldn't hang my hats on this. It doesn't look like I wouldn't. If I was betting, I would say that it probably has about a 10% chance of working out in this manner or something like this, okay? So take a look at some other models here just to show you the NAM, long-range NAM, and it shows the same thing. You get some showers during the afternoon on Thursday, goes into the overnight, and it too is done by Friday morning. But look at the orientation of this trough here at this point. This is still a positively tilted trough. Okay, so it is not a negatively tilted trough here at this point. So any secondary that forms along this boundary is now way offshore. This makes sense because the pattern itself is very progressive and fast moving. And you can thank the Pacific for that. It's been that way for a while now. Okay, and that influence is going to keep everything kind of pushing this way and moving eastwards. There's not a lot of chance for this thing to really get wrapped up and come up the coast here and do an occlusion and then head out to sea and give us that big shot at snow here on Saturday. Listen, I know a lot of you want it, and that's wanting it and getting it are two different things. GFS this evening does the same thing, brings this system through. It does form the secondary, but look how far east it is. And this is kind of where the NAM was heading. If it's this far east, and even if it does occlude eventually, it's not going to be enough to bring it back, bring snow back in here. And this evening's run of the Canadian model does the same thing. Brings it through, does form the secondary too far east, and it's not going to have enough of effect to bring snow back into our region in that case. So it is the European model. European model is superior to many of these other ones that I'm talking about. However, if you look at the individual ensemble members of this European model itself, there were 4 members out of 50, 4 out of 50 that showed that solution that was similar to this idea here with this cold conveyor belt and this occluding low. So that's only an 8% chance, okay? I don't think it's really happening. We'll continue to watch it throughout the week here just in case, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is completely lost with the overnight run tonight or tomorrow, but I just don't see this occurring in this manner. Can it happen? Yes, it's possible, but it's a very low chance, okay? So otherwise, if this is moving offshore like everything else has it, Saturday will be back to a partly cloudy day and then mostly sunny here on Sunday, and Monday will be a partly cloudy day. But temperatures in that period are going to be a little bit cooler, closer to average, maybe very slightly above by the time we get to Monday of next week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for January 10th, 2023. Have a great Tuesday.